I'm the type of girl that's always loyal to the end.
Yes.
Right? So
I love the
I'll
chorus.
go, but I'll always be your friend.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of Housewives Nightcap. And our next guest is, I'm sure you can guess it from our dance moves, our cabaret dance moves, is the Countess herself. So scream, Giovanni, get ready, because Luann. First of all, we have to say, you look gorgeous. I mean, I feel like you and Ramona, you're aging backwards.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. That's a very big compliment. And I, just been taking care of myself. And I think not drinking helps a lot too, to keep you youthful looking, and just exercising, doing a lot of self-care, during this time. And, filming, I've been busy and working on new music for the cabaret. And so, I feel fortunate to be busy during this time.
But we do need to mention, like Emily said, you're in your new apartment, which just so happens to look over at Tom's terrace. Did you really not know?
I really did not know, and people can't believe it, but let me tell you, I was looking for apartments in the city. I found this one, literally the one apartment where I said, wow, that looks great. And, open marble kitchen and, high ceilings, recessed lighting, soaking bathtub, like huge bedroom, terrace. I was like, this is perfect. So I saw the view and I was like, this is great. I'll take it. And, we were filming, so I was kind of in a rush, and I didn't really pay much attention to what the view was actually looking at. So as I'm waiting for the movers to come, I'm standing there and I start looking. I said, no. Oh. And listen, I planted the trees that I'm looking at on the terrace. So, but if you ask me, would I have taken it in any case if I had known? Absolutely, because it's just a perfect apartment. I love
For people that are not New Yorkers, when you find I'm in New York, when you find the apartment, I don't care whose terrace it looks out on.
Yeah, exactly. It was just too perfect, too good to be true. So I'm so happy here. And the good news is, I know whether Tom's in town or not, because the lights are either on or off.
I was about to say, have you seen him on the terrace yet?
Oh, no. It's actually a private terrace off of the bedroom. It's not the main terrace. So no, I have not seen Tom.
Yeah. If you did, you would run the other way.
Well, listen, no hard feelings. It was quick and painless. I would say painful and painless in the end. And I move on. I'm not somebody who holds grudges or thinks a lot about the past. I'm always kind of thinking about the moment and the future. And so, yeah, life goes on.
Which is why we love you, Lou, because you always just keep moving forward, which I feel like, Emily, you can take this away, because I know we're thinking the same thing.
You won't see me crying about my ex-husbands, no.
No. So we saw Garth. He's very handsome, but you did say you're done with you guys have moved on. So are you dating?
I am dating. Garth and I had a great relationship during COVID. It was a COVID sizzle, and then it fizzled, and that's okay. We've moved on, and I'm dating, and, I met somebody in Mexico, so I'm seeing him once in a while. And, but, I'm single and, always a hopeless romantic, never say never, 3 times the charm. And, not that I'm in any rush to get married, but I'm definitely someone who's romantic.
You could see yourself getting married again.
If the right one came along, absolutely.
And we don't know.
But wait, Lauren, she said she met someone in Mexico.
I know, so I was about to say, is the right guy this Mexico man?
I don't know. We'll see. It's very new.
I was just watching Wendy, and you dropped a bomb for us. You made out with Hugh Grant?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so funny. Well, we met at Pierre's. I found out he was there. I always had a crush on him. And so I went to Pierre's with actually my brother and his wife and my nieces. And I kind of bumped into his chair, And we started talking, and by the end of the night, he was sitting with us, drinking tequila shots when I was drinking, and we were just, making out. It was fun. It was
Wait,
fun.
okay, so was this like not 10 years ago? Was this more recent?
This was a while ago. This was, I want to say this is after I broke up with Jack. So it's got to be at least, 8 years ago, 7 years ago. It was a while ago.
Was he a good kisser? Like, I need to know.
Yes. He was a great kisser.
Like, that's a great story. That is like, wow, I made out with Hugh Grant. Have you made out with anyone else like that notable, or is Hugh Grant?
No, just Hugh Grant. But, I'm hoping, maybe next it's Bradley Cooper.
We need to get into this season, Lauren.
We do. I mean, we could talk about Hugh Grant all day and how beautiful you are, but we do need to get into this season because, wow, we just saw the second episode and there's already drama and there's going to be so much drama to come, it sounds like. So you got to give us the lowdown. What happened between Heather and Leah?
Well, listen, they're strong personalities, those two, and they didn't quite see eye to eye. And I must say it's because Leah was defending me over some of the things that she had said about me. And I love that. Leah came to my defense. And not that I can't defend myself, but she had my back. And you're just going to see that there's a conflict of personalities there, and you're going to watch that play out. Gets kind of crazy.
Heather is saying that she was assaulted. Did it go that far?
No, I can imagine she felt like she was assaulted because, it was a little, let's say, it was a little dramatic, but there was no assault.
Okay. In the past, before she even came to the Hamptons, you guys were getting along, right?
I didn't really know what had been said on her.
You didn't know that she said that you were doing
really know what she said, and because there was mention of Carol Radziwill and Heather, and it was like I don't need to listen to that podcast, so I didn't really pay attention to it. And then Leah really opened my eyes to what she was saying, and that's what happens on the show, basically. Without saying too much.
Say to that, I mean, we've always seen you drink, but hard drugs?
No. Yeah. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Do you think it was just Heather trying to get back into the spotlight a little bit?
Maybe she thought it was good to, come in a little dramatic and stir the pot, but it certainly didn't work to her advantage.
I know, I was about to say, it's clear that Leah does not want her on the show. We talked to Ramona. She was like, what do you think? I mean, after all of this, would you want Heather to come back or not?
Well, listen, you'll see it play out. I mean, I was surprised that she was back on the show because she hasn't been on the show for quite some time. And so I don't know, she's kind of grown, apart from us. And so I was surprised to see her come back, but I have nothing against Heather. Although, after I saw what she said and heard what she said on her podcast, I was a little bit less thrilled to see her. I was a little less thrilled to see Heather come back because of what she said about me in the past.
So, okay, second part of Hampton Gate, we're going to see what unfolds. But last episode this week, poor Sonia, really was struggling.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I can't believe she's still struggling over that Morgan. Over the Morgan. I mean, it's been so long. And like I said, I'm somebody who doesn't, live in the past. And so it's so hard for me to relate to her still struggling at this point in her life, because it was so long ago. And not to say that I don't believe that she still struggles with it, because she does. And it's obvious. She's still mourning the loss of Mr. JP Morgan, which is sad to watch because it's so long ago.
How is she now? We saw this week, she just said she wanted to check out, which was so sad. But has she made any strides? Has she getting back to herself again?
Well, I think that filming is hard, and what we were going through was really hard. So I feel like that compounded the issues for her, and it was a tough year for her. And I think you're going to see that kind of play out during the course of the season. And, you know, the good thing I say about the show and the Housewives is you get to watch your life back, and you get to change things about yourself that you don't necessarily like or, you know, want to grow from. And so I just hope that she's going to grow from this experience this season. And I love Sonia. You know, I just want the best for her, and I want her to sell that townhouse and move on.
Oh my God, we need to get rid of that townhouse.
Oh, we need to get rid of that townhouse. It's like a ball and chain.
Yeah, that's the first step.
The first step is getting rid of it, which I'm surprised it hasn't sold, but I don't know. I don't know.
She wants too much. I've seen it, the listing.
Yeah, it's you know, and there's a lot of work to do on the townhouse and things. So I hope, you know, she'll get lucky and find the right buyer for it.
So we saw you were out with Dorinda last night.
We literally saw it on Instagram.
See? Girl code. I'm like loyal friend to the end. You know, Dorinda is great. You know, I think she's moved on from the show. I'm happy for her. She's doing her Weight Watchers, and she wrote a book, and, you know, and she's keeping busy, and, you know, she needed a break, and let's see what happens. You know, maybe she'll be back.
As a viewer, I miss Dorinda. I do. I miss it. I miss her crazy, like, you know, especially, I know last season it was a bit of a painful crazy because, you know, she was going through stuff, but she brought something to the show.
She brought a lot. You know, she's got a lot. She's quick-witted and funny, and she was funny last night, and you know, and I miss her. You know, her lines like that from her mother.
You know, because we've seen you guys go through your ups and downs, so it's nice that you guys are back together again.
Yeah, no, it's you know, and like I said, you know, maybe we'll see her back next season. Maybe we'll see Tinsley back next season.
Please,
like,
for the
Tinsley and Dorinda back.
Please.
I do love Ebony though. We're happy to see Ebony.
You like Ebony? Okay, great. Yeah, no, I like Ebony. I think she's, you know, she's got her agenda, and I think you're going to feel that. And but she, you know, she's a lot of fun. We've loosened her up. She's now a bona fide housewife and having fun.
You did just mention Tinsley, and I kind of freaked out a little bit because, you know, we saw Tinsley leave for Scott, and then they break up.
I know.
Which I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. I feel for her because God knows, you know, it's never easy, and I know that she wanted it so badly and wants to have a family, etc. So, you know, of course, I wasn't happy about the news, and but, you know, things happen for a reason, and there's a rhyme and a reason, and I think that, you know, maybe she'll be back to the show next season.
Fingers crossed. I would be here for it. Emily, you're like the face. Are you not here for that?
I don't like Scott, so I'm glad that's over. But also Tinsley, I want Tinsley to modernize a little bit. Like, you guys are all kind of, so you've become very modern women.
Yeah.
And Tinsley being so young, I want her to also be modern. And she's
Modern
a little
woman.
bit, you know, like, she doesn't need a
Very
husband
Palm
to have
Beach.
a kid.
She's
Yeah.
very Palm Beach.
Yeah.
It's very Palm
We'll
Beach.
see.
You know, her mother is very kind of old school, you
Right.
know.
Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
come on, like, that's not the modern New York woman. I'm the modern New York woman. You're the modern New York woman. We don't need men to make our dreams come true. We love men.
Exactly. She
But
needs
we
to
don't
hang
need
around
them.
and us a little bit more.
Yes.
All right. Well, before we let you go, because we're just talking your ear off, but we just love you so much. But before we let you go, we have to know about Housewives All-Stars. First of all, you looked so freaking
Your body,
cool.
Luann, is better than me and Lauren's. And like,
thank you. Yeah, I just put out there also that, you know, I'd love to show off this body at my age, right? For Playboy, why
I
not?
heard.
Wouldn't that be fun? You girls got
Have
to
you,
put
like-
that out there too.
Okay, maybe they'll call you.
Let's manifest this.
Let's
Manifest Playboy
it.
and Bradley Cooper. There we go.
I mean, exactly. Let's do it. So that trip was incredible. I was a little trepidatious about it because there's a lot of personalities from different franchises, etc. And I was really amazed at how much I got along with, like, Kenya. I didn't know Kenya at all, and apparently she's like the most dramatic and whatever, but I actually got along really well with her. Love Teresa. Just love, she's such a family woman, and really, there's an innocence of a child there that didn't know what was, what was coming down the pike, and had to pay the price. And the way she did it, I think she handled it very well with grace. So I have a lot of respect for her. And I think, it's a different show. The mashup is a different show because it's not so much Housewives. It's about us breaking the fourth wall, and you're going to learn a lot more about who we are and, our experience on being on the Housewives, from New York to Atlanta to Beverly Hills. So it's going to feel different than the Housewives because there is the fourth wall that's breaking, and so you get a sneak peek into the reality of being on a show like the Housewives. So it's got a cool twist to it. I'm very excited about it, and you're going to see there's drama. Of course, there's always drama, but we have a lot of fun, and we had a great production team, and really lived large. It was a really great trip.
So excited to watch.
Yeah, it's fun.
So excited. Who?
Fabulous.
You just said there, of course, is a lot of drama, because it would not be Housewives if there wasn't any drama.
Of course.
Who do you get in a little tizzle with, or?
Surprisingly enough, I have the biggest, kerfuffle with Ramona. Right?
We have Ramona on. She's a lot of energy.
She's a lot of energy. And the other women are like, oh my God, you have to go back to New York with her. God bless. We get to go back to Atlanta, Beverly Hills, and Jersey. You got to go back to New York. So, I mean, it's interesting because the person that I got along with the best is the one I got along with the least. But, you'll see how that pans out. And surprisingly, I got along really well with Kenya and Kyle from Beverly Hills. We laughed. Kyle and I had a blast. She's funny. I was telling her my dirty jokes. She is just hysterical. And
I love that.
A lot of behind the scenes fourth wall stuff going on. So you're going to learn a lot more about what it's like to be a housewife on all these different franchises. So
I'm so excited.
Cool plot twist.
Cool.
And, and they were very supportive of my cabaret. I said, I can't even say cabaret around my girls, and they're like, are you kidding me? You went from where you went from to get on stage and have a cabaret career. Kudos.
Well, from the slammer to the stage.
Yeah, right. From the slammer to the stage. Yeah. And guess what? Viva la diva.
Yes. You guys heard it here first. From the slammer to the stage, it's not how hard you fall, it's how quickly you get back up and what you do about it. Comment below if you love Lou like we love her, and follow us, and come back next week. Beverly Hills is coming.